Alright, what's going on, guys? This is Ace. Sorry this is a little bit late, but this is just a short video on some fairly simple Redstone designs that you can do in 1.13. First off is going to be the kelp farm, which I based this off of the sugarcane farm that I normally do. You can see right down here. If we take this kelp here and it all collects down here. So yeah, as the kelp grows, the observers up here will detect it, and with the new physics, with the items floating here in the water, they'll all float to the top and of course go down here, although for the most part they pretty much go there immediately. But yeah, it's just a line of observers, and then behind those observers we have some redstone dust. Oh, how about that? It just went off again. But these blocks, once they get powered by the redstone dust, will power these pistons to break the kelp. So it's a nice AFK farm. As you can see, it does its job just as necessary. Now the next one, I'm going to have a little bit of a tutorial here for. We have the AFK fish farm, which I believe... Oh, no, wait, what did I do? There was... I think my item frames disappeared. Yeah, because I had one here, and I had one there. That is most unfortunate. But you know what? That is okay. We can always grab another one. There we go. We got Unbreaking 3. We should have Luck of the Sea 3. We should have Lure 3. And Mending. Of course, this is always the rod that you want to try and aim for eventually, but... Uh-oh. Yeah, I was messing with the timings a little bit. But you will have to, depending on the TPS of the server that you're on and that. There we go. You just see I just grabbed a cod, which would have got picked up and sent down here. Now to build this, I had the materials actually sitting right in here. We're going to stick that in there and clear my inventory. So 4 redstone dust, 4 repeaters, an iron door and a note block, 2 tripwire hooks, a piece of string, and some hoppers and chests. That's all you're going to need for the redstone itself, and then just some building blocks. I'll put that string up there. So this spot right here is basically where you're going to be wanting to stand. So go ahead and put your slab right there, here, 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 and here. That gives you a nice spot that you know you're going to be in the right spot. And then right here is where you're going to stick your hopper. You want to make sure that they're running into those blocks. You can see the little doodad sticking right there. As long as you hit shift, it should be fairly easy. And then right here's where your water is going to go. Stick a door right there. There's all the building done. The 2 tripwire hooks. Go ahead and put this piece of string in between. Now as for the actual redstone, go ahead and break this. Go ahead and put the note block there. And we're going to go ahead and put our repeaters. 1, hit shift so you can put that on top of there. There we go, and right there. Now when you're playing on a server, the timing on here is going to be important, but if you're just doing single player, it shouldn't matter too much unless your computer's a little bit on the slow side. But if you grab your water bucket, and stick that right there, we can see that we've built it. Now the reason I do have this many repeaters is because, yes, some servers are going to be slow enough that you're going to need that many, unfortunately, but go ahead and block that up, block that up. That way we're hiding everything there as far as the hoppers are concerned. And then you can stick your chests right there, or you can even do double chests. That's right, they made this a little weird. You gotta make sure that they're facing the same direction when you put them up. But that is pretty neat that they did this, so you can basically have your own individual chests without them being double chests and put them right next to each other and not have to rely on trap chests to do those kind of things. So there's your fish farm. Right here, there was... Here we go. This is the original design that I had shown. It does still work, but there is an issue with it. We're going to go ahead and grab some skeleton. You know what? Just make this a little easier. Some skeleton spawn eggs here. You can see, it comes down. And then it gets pushed up. And then he goes crazy trying to find water. Anyway, if you have too many mobs, what will end up happening is while this is in the middle of extending and pushing back and all of that, sometimes you can get a mob stuck in there, and basically it'll just clog up the system and not work anymore. I can show you this actually working. Let's see if we can jam it up here. Yeah, you can see he was kind of stuck in the block there. Now he's just burning. Got a lot of there we go. But you saw how he kind of got stuck in there and just kind of made the whole system not work right. Well, I do have a kind of a fix for that. You can bring it down by 1 and put in a slime block instead of the regular block, but then you get a little complicated because you need some immovable blocks, or at least blocks that it doesn't stick to. And then you also need to have an extra block here of air to prevent it from not working right. Um, aside from that, it is the same. You can see we still have the same stone pressure plate here. We have the redstone dust running to the block, and then right above that block is going to be the piston that's connected to this slime block. But to be honest, that gets a little too complicated to be frank. And if you're really having that many mobs go through, your best bet is to just let them push each other through. Just using some signs. I mean, sure, you might have some left over eventually, but, you know, it's not going to be that big of an issue. Last thing that I have for you guys is this right here. Okay, so sea pickles are a new introduction into Minecraft as of the new update, but they will only grow on coral, and they only grow on live coral. They won't grow on dead coral. So if I grab some bone meal, and I try using it on this, it's not going to do anything. But if I use it on this, you see it grows. Now, that's cool and all, but we want to try and automate that, right? Well, this is actually a bit of a failure. So those three things that you saw, those are good. But this right here is kind of a failure. It kind of works, but it's not quite that reliable. But you can see I just gotten 6. And this will fire off at the same time that this turns into a water block. But sometimes this doesn't actually produce extra sea pickles here. But, I mean, we've gotten 12, 14, 18. So you can see it does work. I have a little bit more testing to do with it. But this is so far what I have here. And I'm sorry that this video is a little late. This is actually what's been keeping me a little bit behind that. And I got a couple of servers that have updated to 1.13 as well that I've kind of had to keep up on and that. So if you guys have any questions, you know, let me know. But of course, this has been Ace, and peace.